You ever notice how procrastination doesn't feel like laziness in the moment? It feels quiet, comfortable, almost reasonable? You tell yourself, I'll start after this video, then after this reel. And suddenly it's night. Your chest feels heavy, and guilt shows up like clockwork. Let me ask you something real quick. If procrastination was actually about being lazy, why do you feel so tired after doing nothing? That question messed with me for a long time, because here's the truth no one says out loud. Most people who procrastinate aren't lazy, they're overwhelmed, scared, or burn out. And once you see that, everything changes. When I was in school, I thought I had a discipline problem. Assignments piled up, exams got closer. I'd sit at my desk, open my book, and my brain would just shut off. Not because I didn't care, but because the task felt too big. That's the first uncomfortable truth about procrastination. Your brain isn't avoiding work, it's avoiding emotional discomfort. Starting means facing the possibility that you won't do it perfectly, that you're behind, that you wasted time earlier, so your brain protects you by delaying. Scrolling feels safer than starting, because scrolling doesn't judge you. And here's the part most productivity videos miss. Telling yourself to just be disciplined actually makes procrastination worse, because discipline sounds like pressure, and pressure triggers avoidance. So instead of asking, how do I stop procrastinating? Ask, what feels heavy about starting right now? That question alone creates relief, and relief creates movement. What changed everything for me was stopping the need to finish tasks and giving myself permission to barely begin. I made a deal with myself. 5 minutes. That's it. Not 5 minutes to finish, just 5 minutes to show up. And if I wanted to stop after that, I was allowed to. No guilt, no self-talk. Most of the time I didn't stop, because starting is the hardest part, not continuing. Your brain exaggerates effort before you begin, but once you're inside the task, it relaxes. And even on days I stopped after 5 minutes, I still won because I broke the avoidance loop. That's the real enemy, not procrastination, but avoidance stacking up day after day. Students and creators don't admit this, but consistency isn't hard because we're unmotivated. It's hard because we expect every session to be high energy, and when we don't feel perfect, we do nothing. That all-or-nothing mindset is procrastination's best friend. So shrink the task until it feels almost stupid. Don't say, I'll study chemistry. Say, I'll open the book. Don't say, I'll edit the whole video. Say, I'll rename the file. Because momentum doesn't come from motivation, it comes from movement. Another shift that helped was separating identity from behavior. You're not a procrastinator. You're someone who's been avoiding discomfort, and behaviors can change fast when pressure is removed. One simple rule that works insanely well is never ending a day at zero. 0 pages, 0 lines, 0 minutes. Even one counts, because showing up trains your brain to trust you again, and trust is everything. Procrastination destroys self-trust. You keep promises to everyone else except yourself, so stop making huge promises and make tiny ones you can't fail. Late at night is when procrastination hits hardest, when guilt shows up and you replay everything you didn't do. And if that's you right now, listen carefully. You don't need to fix your whole life tonight. You don't need a new routine. You don't need motivation. You just need to start badly. Open one tab, set a 5-minute timer, and begin without caring how it looks, because that's how progress actually starts. Not loud, not dramatic, but quietly. If this helped even a little, don't save it for later. Try it tonight, 5 minutes. That's all. And let's level up together, one small start at a time.